Hello and welcome to Chaotic Neutral Games. It's another Numenera week. Yes, we've done a couple of weeks in a row. It's all good. How have your weeks been? I know we did this before, but now everybody gets to hear.
Pretty good, yeah, pretty good.
Nice and sunny. It's been good.
Yeah, that's been a good week.
Good.
I'm a little poorly.
Oh.
Yeah, but not too poorly to explore the weirdness that I've got planned for today. This is a session that I've had in my head since basically the first time I thought of this campaign. We'll find out if it's going to work. We'll see.
Oh no, the pressure.
Yeah, I read something in one of the books and thought, I need to use that at some point. And now I get to. Still haven't scripted this. Still awkward as hell. So I'm just gonna run the titles. I think I'm just gonna drop into it.
No rules, just right.
No one notices. It's fine.
No one notices. It's not at all awkward. Last week, we were on the road. We headed out of Nauru and joined the group as they kind of linked up with a much larger group of traders and merchants and a big caravan, basically. It was fairly uneventful, except for one evening where, sat around the fires all started to go out. There was a little bit of investigation and you found these weird metal orbs underneath all of these fires, which seemed to be putting the moisture up in the wood and making them all go out. As people started lighting more and more fires, more and more of these orbs turned up. Trenton, I think, managed to speak to one and figured out that it was doing something about atmospheric pollutants.
Yeah.
It was about that time when you noticed that one of them had sealed up a tent entirely. The pollutant inside wasn't getting out. You back and forth testing hypotheses until you figured out where these orbs were coming from. You headed there and fell into a tomb, as I remember it.
Descended.
Mazia rolled a 1 earlier in the session and did not get as good a lay of the land as she thought she did.
My bad.
And in that tomb was a faithful companion, but companionless, sat in front of a door, this metallic dog with a big sword in its mouth. One dead metallic dog later, you managed to get your way into the tomb, Trenton again speaking to the mechanisms to open the door, and found a veritable treasure trove within, including the thing that was controlling all of these little gazers, all these little metal orbs, to get rid of the pollutants, which you dutifully packed up and put in your bags. So now with these bits and pieces, we join you about a week later on the road. It's the same group as it has been the whole time. We're about 2 weeks out from Nauru, so you're expecting to see the town up in the distance any day now. The landscape has shifted from desert to a more kind of rocky mesa. Some more scrub is kind of pushing through the ground, and it's a little, I wouldn't say more lush, but there's definitely more life around. You can see these red rock formations jutting out of the ground, looking fairly natural, about as natural as things get in the Ninth World. Imagine Utah, and that's the kind of feeling we've got here. And as you move deeper and deeper into these they get closer together, and you're moving through canyons. And then you start noticing doors. White doors on a few of these. You see Alia is ever sketching, and you see her eyes light up when something weird shows up. She gets to draw. Nimchek actually heads out ahead, like jogging ahead, so that they can kind of examine one of the doors. Tries to open it, but no handle, nothing able to push it open. And the next day or so pass like this. Is there anything you would like to do on this little bit of road?
So I would quite like to talk to Matilda about where we're going next, if possible.
Right, yeah. Well, the plan is to drop into Rashid and probably maybe a day there. They've got some stuff where we can make a bit of money, and apparently they've got a particular taste for some particular oddities and things. So we've got some stuff that should sell well there to certain people. Then from there we'll be going through Yoshul and not staying very long. Yoshul's kind of what's the word? Intransient city. There's no buildings. It's all nomads camping. It's kind of a collective. And then we shouldn't be staying long there because we need to catch up to Umdera. It's very important that we get to Umdera before Umdera gets there. Sorry, to the Dream Titans before Umdera gets there.
Who is Umdera?
Umdera is a town. They pick up and move and follow they follow the Dream Titans, as the saying goes. But apparently there's some money to be made from those Dream Titans, and Umdera are quite protective. So if we manage to catch those Dream Titans before Umdera gets there, that'll be great. But that's weeks away. Next up is Rashid, and that's the important one.
You say they've got a bit of a taste for oddities.
Yeah.
Anything in particular?
Nimchek knows more about it, but mostly things like things that can record a voice. They like things like that. That goes down well. So I've got a box full of them, picked up from various sources, and Nimchek's paying their way bits of information. So yeah, should be able to turn a nice profit on this trip.
I'm going to sidle off to Nimchek and ask him about Rashid.
Nimchek today is mental. They've arranged to have all of their facilities. They're slow, they're clumsy, but their brain is moving very quickly. It's good to meet you. I see you again. It really is a wonder, is it not?
It is marvellous. So different to what I've been used to. Uh, you've travelled this way before, presumably.
I have not travelled this way before, but I hear things. I was asking about places while we were in Nauru, actually, and managed to pick up a few rumours.
Oh, very useful. Anything useful about you, Rashid?
Yeah, Rashid, it's a town on a mesa. It's on its own plateau. It's very difficult to get up there. You can climb the side, or there's some very steep paths. But the main way is a bridge.
Ah.
And not just a bridge. A bridge built on the spine of something they call the catholith.
Okay. What on earth is that?
It is... Well, to be honest, nobody really knows. There's talk about it being an ancient god. There's talk about it being an automaton of some kind. It's talk about it being a skeleton. It's... Whatever it is, it sometimes chooses to speak to people who make the journey across the spine, across the bridge. And these things sit in your head, and you pass them on and they are gone from your head. It's unusual. But the thing I heard was that sometimes you can get the thing you need to know. Sometimes it's nonsense, but sometimes it is important.
Very interesting. Is that why you seem so sparky today?
Well, I'll be perfectly honest. I'm just trying to figure out these doors. I have heard that you need a whisper from to get in a door, but not. If I can find a way into a door without needing whispers, then that might be worth some money. I don't know. I need to pay my way as well as you do.
Ah, indeed. Of course. And any idea what might be behind these doors?
No clue. There's stories about caches of treasures. There's stories about monsters and stuff. It is a lucky dip.
Uh-huh, of course. Well, thank you, Jacob. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Always a pleasure to chat.
Can I, as we're going along, next door we see, just give it a, I don't know if anyone wants to come with me, just give it a tap.
Yeah,
Just try and figure out-
Mazia has absolutely been like trying all the doors. So
Okay.
she would be like by your side, also, seeing if you've got any advice. You know technology. She does not know technology.
I'll see if it scrapes. I'll see if it gets set on fire easily. I'll see if it's hollow. I'll throw some water at it. All that kind of stuff. You know.
Give me a just a general roll for investigation, we'll say.
So 19 on the first roll of the day.
19, very nice. So the scratching, you can tell that the white isn't paint, it isn't a coating. The entire thing all the way down is white. It's kind of almost metal synth kind of stuff. It doesn't come away easily. And yeah, fairly hydrophobic. Seems to have been like worn. Patterns in it are there, but they seem to be worn down by like the wind and dust over years and years and years. And you tap on it, and it feels solid. Actually, it doesn't feel like there's any space behind it at all.
Huh.
It feels like just the side of the rock.
If I scan it, do I detect anything behind it? I don't know how deep scan goes. Yeah, 3 meter cube.
Yeah,
so
3 meters cube. You can.
yeah, I'll do that and just figure out.
Yeah, behind it.
If there actually is anything behind it.
No, it's solid rock behind it. But,
but why would someone build a door like this if it doesn't go anywhere? What was the point?
Well, maybe some of them do go somewhere, and the rest of them are decoys. To
what
throw
does
people
Scan
off.
get to tell you? Remind me.
It's a very good question, and I actually have it bookmarked. Okay. Scanning a creature or object reveals its level, if that's relevant. You also learn whatever facts the GM feels are pertinent about the matter and energy in that area.
There is an energy that you don't necessarily recognize like exactly, but it does put you in mind of the thing that moved you in the first place, the thing that dropped you in the Clock of Kala.
Zia, it could be that this is kind of teleportation device of some kind, that you open the door, you end up perhaps coming out of a different door in a different place.
And that's why there's not necessarily anything actually behind it, because
It's just used for getting from one part of the valley to another. I might be wrong. It could be used to get to a door at the bottom of the ocean. Who knows? But if we could get one open,
we could see.
we would have to require somebody. I don't know. I don't want to go through it. Who knows where we'll end up? Don't recommend it. Did my scan reveal any opening mechanism?
None that you recognize.
Okay.
There's definitely technology in there, but it is very, very alien to you. It's not electronics.
Okay. Yeah, that's me out then. I'm gonna knock. Oh. Hello?
It kind of echoes in the canyon you're in, but other than that, nothing.
No one's there.
If we talk to sidle up to the Merrion Oaks, have they heard any stories? Like, do they have any idea what these are? Like, are there any sort of like, they've passed through here before? Do they know any, not necessarily true, but what do the locals say these doors are?
George actually speaks up. Yeah, I heard from Nimchek actually about, well, gold behind one of them. And I did remember last time we came through here, we bumped into a group that claimed that they had a few keys for doors, and went in and slew a monster, and picked it apart for, well, some kind of mechanical beast, and picked it apart for, ciphers and such. Yeah.
Do you know how they got the key?
Whispers from the Catholith, from what I heard.
So this would be more useful coming in the other direction that we're traveling.
Aye, but as I understand it, the concentration is highest around Rashid, and then again it extends the other side. But
so there are still doors on the other side of the ship. Okay.
And well, the point being, if you get a key and you figure out it's a key, someone in Rashid will pay quite a lot of money for something like that.
There must be a lot of people running scams of that kind of thing, just like, telling people random words that they've heard and selling them as keys.
I'd imagine so, but I don't know how practiced the people who live in Rashid would be spotting those words. You'd probably have better luck telling someone on the road than someone in Rashid. Not that I'd recommend it, of course.
Of course. I'm saying, people. Less
People.
scrupulous people.
Aye,
Scrupulous. Okay. If it's not mechanical and there isn't anything obvious, I won't waste my time on this unless anyone wants to try anything.
Mazia will look a little bit, put out. She doesn't like the idea that, there doesn't seem to be any other way in. But she'll, if any time anyone goes near one of them, not necessarily us, but any of the other groups, she'll keep a quite close eye just to see like what they do, and sort of like in her head she's like, nope, tried that against that other door, like that didn't work. But just watching what they do and seeing seeing if anyone gets anywhere.
Yeah. You as you're watching, you see a few people kind of try a few things and then basically give up and just watch. I'll say you're sitting next to Alia, who's sketching as this happens, and she's kind of keeping track of all these things people have tried.
She's the map maker, isn't she?
Yeah.
Can also in these 2 weeks, can I be giving her some advice on how to do actual accurate maps?
Oh yeah.
Because she doesn't want anything out of it. She's just a bit cross that she's making maps that like aren't actually that useful. And thinks it would be a nice idea to give her some couple of tips on the best way of measuring distances between things.
I'm going to take a roll to see how well this goes down. Telling an artist how to art.
I'm not telling an artist how to art. I'm telling an artist how to do better maps.
We'll see if she takes it like that.
I don't think I have any. I have no people skills whatsoever.
You just need to hit a 3 or more. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I thought that was a 1. It's a 7.
Okay. So yeah, she'll happily kind of talk things with you, and as you're moving along, you're teaching her how to take proper measurements. You're teaching how like triangulation works, little bits and pieces like that.
Yeah.
How to kind of keep a curve proper, because often you'll notice curves on maps seem a lot more dramatic than they are in real life.
It's terrible.
Yeah. So yeah,
Throws you right off.
You're keeping quite a good little sketch of the route you're taking, the kind of rocks around you, the side passages and things. Merrin's running around and occasionally like doing a full loop of a rock and coming back, touching as many doors as possible. To no effect at all.
Excellent.
If they use a key, that would suggest that there's some sort of keyhole or key lock. I've taken investigation as my flex skill this week. Is that possible to investigate?
It might not be a physical key. It might be like a word. You just say it out loud and things.
In Sesame. Exactly.
Yeah, if you want to make the roll, they can put some things together for you.
I'm not going to put any effort into it. I'm just going to be and it's still 11.
Idly wondering.
Yeah.
Nimchek mentioned about the whispers being keys, about just words in your head, these strange words that seem to disappear when they leave your head, almost as if they're physical objects, being the key. How you use it, you could only guess at, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be a physical key. And your investigations of these doors find like no seam. It's basically flat against the walls. Some are not even on the ground. They're just kind of halfway up at a weird angle. It's as you get closer and closer to Rashid, they start basically covering these stones. And over the next day or so, moving through these canyons, there's an evening sat with these walls all up around you. And the next day, you start upwards. Start a path which seems to be sloping gently upwards. And at about midday, you reach the top of these mesas, these huge stone pillars. And you spot, in the distance, a town. A town and a huge white, bony-looking protrusion sitting above it. And you can see the spine where the bridge is built on it. It's a little way off still. It's still kind of a trek there. But on top of the mesa, there's now a bit of a road and some much more sturdy bridges where the carts can roll over and the Calyptor, it can take their weight. And so the rest of the day is spent on top of these things, the sun beating down. It is very warm here. And the wind is starting to whip up and tear at you.
This thing was called a catholith?
Yes, a catholith. Okay. The catholith.
The catholith.
Alia, do you have any pictures of your previous journeys through this area, of this like bridge and things?
Yeah, I might do. Let me have a look. And she opens one of the chests in kind of the personal effects caravan, shuffling through papers, and eventually comes out with quite a battered notebook. And as she flicks through it, you can see it's quite childish drawings. Honestly, it's been quite a while since we come through here. But yeah, here's something. And hands you a kind of book of sketches. Open on the pages where the catholith sits. I wasn't allowed to go over the bridge last time.
Oh, why not?
It's a little bit dangerous, apparently.
So what do you do with the carts?
Oh, the carts stay here, and a few people go over and make the trades. The carts can't do the bridge. Yeah.
Oh, I see. And then the townspeople come and collect it from the carts after?
Yeah, some come over and buy from us at the mouth, and then we go over with some stuff in bags, or at least some of us do.
So, like from what you've seen, if you, in your artist's mind, what would you think it was? Like if you were to think it was some sort of like animal or creature or person or something?
It looks to me like a bird of some kind. It's got this kind of long beak-like thing, but it's I don't know. It's hard to kind of map onto any kind of creature. It's a very strange thing, and the spine as well. And you can see some of the legs poking out. Points to the shape on the hillside, which if you I've just put it up on stream, the actual thing.
Wow.
It looks like it's gripping the side of the hill, but with this long kind of pointed skull-like thing, and then the spine underneath with the bridge on top of it. Honestly, I don't think it's an animal. I think it's a thing that was built to protect a place. Like, I don't think it's a spine as much as a bridge originally. I think it was a bridge, and then somebody built a bridge on a bridge.
Interesting. So the spine is going from one side to the other,
Yeah.
not vertically.
Not vertically, yeah. The spine kind of crosses the gap between the two cliff sides.
That's fascinating. Fascinating.
It's also
Have I
worth mentioning-
ever seen? Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, have I ever seen anything like it or heard anything like it? Possibly not like the exact same thing, but either stories of it or like anything that people have like designed things off of it. If it's an effective bridge.
Yeah, give me a roll. Give me a roll. You get an asset because of your background.
Excellent. I don't think I have any other assets. That's a 15.
15. Very nice. Yeah, you've maybe not the physicality of it, but the effect of it you've heard of, because everywhere in the Ninth World there is the data sphere, this kind of invisible web of information, which maybe one of the past civilizations used at one point could access, and very rarely this data sphere will give people what is called a glimmer, some bit of information that it just dumps in someone's head. Some people like to try and kind of hunt these glimmers, or try and attach themselves to the data sphere to glean what they can of the knowledge that is stored there, because it must be like millions of years of knowledge, at least. But it sounds akin to that. Maybe not exactly, because it seems like there's more intention, whereas the data sphere is a bit random. It's, yeah.
And less cat pictures.
There will probably be some cat pictures.
I'd hope so.
But of course, none of you know what a cat is,
True.
because those are ancient creatures probably extinct about 1 billion years ago.
Makes them even more amusing.
Yes.
What are these furry creatures, and why do they look so
Why do they talk so
touchable?
strange?
It's the Egyptians not worshipping cats, just thinking they look funny. But the catholith approaches, and by about mid-afternoon, you have come to the base of this bridge, and the caravan kind of stops and starts setting up the stalls, the things pulling the wagons, all sorts of creatures, some mechanical, some organic. Your Calyptor, of course, or there's a two-legged anine, which you've heard of before. You've been eating anine jerky.
Delicious.
There's quite a few of them about. They are very popular pack animals. They are set free to kind of roam on the top of this. I keep forgetting the word. I looked this up. Plateau, I think, is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, they're roaming the top of this plateau where some tufts of vegetation are, but not much. Rhodes sets out food for the Calyptor and actually ends up going around all of the other caravans to make sure they're taking care of their animals as well.
Nice guy.
Yeah, Rhodes is a bit single-minded, but hey.
Does the bridge look? So it's a pedestrian bridge.
Yes.
Does it
Single
look
file.
sturdy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the bits nearest you look sturdy because they're supported from underneath, from the spine. That section in the middle, though, the spine has kind of fallen out from underneath it. And
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
yeah, that looks a little wobbly.
Are there handholds?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
looks like some kind of synth rope, fairly well kept, looks like. And actually, you can see where the plateau meets the bridge, it kind of dips down a little bit. There is a small tent just on the edge, right next to the entrance to the bridge. Matilda looks around and then goes to the side of the caravan and kind of consults the gems set in the side, reading the weather. Taps one. Right. Okay. Turns to you four and Nimchek. Could I possibly ask you to do the trip? My legs aren't really up to it, and George will, he, you know,
Not so good with heights.
he's not great at them, no. And it looks like it's gonna be windy, but we need to
Good.
be on as soon as possible if we're gonna catch Numenera.
You're asking us to go on the Catholic bridge, yes?
Right, yeah.
Oh, good, yeah. Mazila will just start walking, like, absolutely. Even if you hadn't asked, she would have wanted to go on this and probably would have done it anyway.
Yeah. No, hang on. You've got to take. Well, I would like you to take some things to sell over there.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. What do you want us to sell?
Oh, we're getting a bit of echo. Food and oddities mostly. The things that like record voices. We got a box of them somewhere.
Do you have people that you know, people that contacts that we should go and see? Or
I'll be honest. Last time we were through here, we made friends, but it was another flying visit. We didn't stay very. But I've heard the Ocelorian family, I think. Was that right? Nimchek. Yes, that is what I heard from people in Nauru. The Ocelorians are kind of leaders in the town, and they'll pay well for that kind of thing. So yeah, Ocelorian family, if you could. But honestly, anyone who wants to buy him. Right, let's see. As Aldo is setting up the stall to start selling, Matilda.
You've done this trip before, though. You've been on this bridge.
Oh, yeah. I went
Yeah.
on it last time, and then we've come through here once before that as well.
Okay.
I didn't hear
I'm
anything
sure people-
either time. It's very disappointing, honestly.
I'm sure people do this trip all the time, and the bridge is perfect.
Oh yeah. Plenty of people. They've got a system, as I remember it.
Okay, well, as long as it's not too heavy,
Yeah.
we'll get some stuff on, we'll load up.
Yeah, bring the box of little oddities and divide them up between you and food and fruit and stuff that wouldn't necessarily be out here in the mesa, stuff that might sell well. Yeah, load you all up. Nimchek, you see, goes to who did he go to? They'd ask Prithy Sickle. You see Nimchek looking quite worried for a second, going to Prithy, and then calming down. And Prithy kind of wanders over and just takes up position by the cart with Nimchek's big thing they've been carrying the whole time. Just kind of leans up against it. I'll stick around with you for a while, if that's alright. Yeah, sure. Looks him up and down. Yeah, sure.
What a guy.
Is Philo around at all?
Yes, of course I am here.
Oh, Philo, I was wondering if you'd want to come into the town with us. I guess it might be an interesting place to visit.
I could. Yes. Flippers on a bridge is give me a persuasion roll because flippers.
Flippers on a bridge.
I can try, of course. If you wish me to come with you, I will come with you. But I would like some kind of reassurance that you would catch me if I fell or anything like that. You know, it is I'm not I'm an adventurer, but I am not a adventurer. You know, I like hearing of other people's adventures and making some food afterwards. But I don't often do the adventures myself. I'm not a fighter. I am a lover, as they say. Yeah.
Honestly, Philo, you are so tremendously important to me. Not only for cuisine reasons, I have to admit, I would do my utmost to keep you safe.
Thank you very much.
I have training in social interactions.
This is.
I'm assuming this isn't pleasant. And I threw a 16.
Oh. I shall prepare myself, and I will bring the good pan. Yeah, kind of waddles off, and you see the little slump, but shake of the head and preparing himself to be to go over.
I feel so bad.
He's just nervous.
That's
be
all
fine.
right.
I would like everyone to roll a d6.
Oh, I was about to say, I was going to have a chat with the team and go, people seem a bit nervous about crossing the bridge. Maybe we should tie ourselves together or something again.
3.
4. Nice.
3.
2s to 4s.
Okay. I
Don't like it.
forgotten a character name. There we are. Lovely. Got more written over there. Okay. Yeah. Make the preparations you will as the caravans are being set up. But you should probably start heading off soon before night falls. Don't want to be on the bridge at night.
We do not.
This about 3-kilometer long bridge.
Is there a queue? Are there lots of other people sort of going, assumingly the same way, or coming back on the bridge?
Looking up and down the bridge, it doesn't look like anyone's on the bridge at the moment, no.
Okay.
Super.
How far is the drop? Far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't wanna-
far as next is a fine answer. That's fine. Yeah.
I'm going to rope myself to Philo I'm assuming we don't have a harness as such. So yeah, basically rope myself to him and keep him safe.
Yes. Feeling a lot more comfortable now. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Letty's been wearing sort of a nice dark green sundress all day. So she's sort of been hovering 6 inches off the ground, it just gently flowing around her. But as we start to get close to the bridge, she sort of lands, and then the dress goes straight down, and then down harder as you realize that she's sort of turned gravity further on for herself, so that she doesn't get buffeted by these winds.
That's so cool.
Nice.
I don't have the mechanical ability to do that, so it won't necessarily affect my ability to stay on this bridge, but Letty's being cautious.
Shall we go? It's really long, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very long.
So maybe going one at a time would take too long.
Yeah.
Probably.
But can it hold everyone's weight?
Yeah. The like I said, the bits on either end are very solid. They've got these spurs coming up from the spine which hold this bridge in place. So it's basically a set of shorter bridges until this expanse in the middle where it kind of is a bit more wobbly.
Yeah.
But
Well,
then
maybe-
once you're past that, you're on another set of shorter bridges.
Okay. Well, maybe go one at a time over the wobbly bit.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
If we're all ready, shall we head off?
Yep, I'll be right with you. I'm just gonna tie my lace. You carry on. I'll be there 2 seconds. I'm gonna take ages tying my shoelace, and then I'll follow.
Who is taking the lead?
I would presume either Letty or myself.
I
If
feel like
Letty doesn't volunteer, then Mazia will. It's not that she's volunteering to take the lead. It's just that everyone else is so slow, and she wants to go on the bridge.
I feel like Letty would start walking towards with the assumption that she was going to be made to go at the front, and then like Mazia would be like impatiently like walking on the bridge now, and it's like, oh, fair.
Okay, so Mazia, Letty. What's your marching order?
I will be last if I can be.
Yeah, Clegy and Philo walking sort of together.
Okay. Philo. Then Nimchek will come after Philo.
Okay.
Is he now more body? Did he rearrange himself at any point?
Yes. Yeah. As you've been setting up, he's gonna sit down and rearrange. That's gonna be his preparations.
Yeah.
And then Trenton last. Mazia, as you step towards the bridge, the tent at the side rustles and a figure crawls out. An old man, kind of classic hermit, scraggly beard, dirty, smells a bit.
Mazia probably doesn't acknowledge it doesn't occur to her that those are bad things. She spent quite a lot of time outside and everything. This is just what happens to people when you live outside.
I think to Letty, though, this looks constructed.
Oh, I know this one. African or European?
Very nice.
Monty Python jokes. No, that didn't happen.
What is your name? No. No? Okay, never mind. This figure, crawls out and stands at the head of the bridge and looks at Mazia, says, You're going across the bridge then?
Yep.
Good. I am... Does a bow while I find the name. Somewhere there. I am Sethridge. Before you go, I will just send a signal to them to make sure to not send anybody back the other way. Remember though, if you return and leave the place, and you have something in your head that you do not want, I will pay a few shins on your way out.
Great. Can we go now?
Great.
Thank you, Sethridge.
Sethridge looks a little kind of disappointed that the deadpan response. Okay. Clicks a thing and lights a beacon. Flaming light beacon. You see on the far side of the bridge a light on, then off. The bridge is clear for you to go. Crawls backwards into the tent, and you may convince yourself that you hear a little bollocks. Okay.
If nothing else stops her, Mazia is gonna start trying to cross the bridge.
Absolutely. The first bit goes smoothly. It is, not a bad little bit of bridge. It's a bit sturdier than a few others, actually, that you've done in the past. The wind is indeed picking up, but it's not too bad. Few of these, it's I don't know, a little while on the bridge. And then you reach the section.
Oh dear.
The wind, by this point, is quite high. And you can see it in front of you, swinging a little bit. You can also see below yellow-winged creatures circling underneath the bridge.
The bridge creaking noises is amazing. Like, I don't like heights very much, and I can hear it, and I'm like,
Mazia, would you make an intellect defense roll? If you want to, you can choose not to and to accept this.
Does Mazia feel anything?
You feel something trying to touch your mind.
Oh yeah, she'd let that happen.
The
She's not that
whispers,
bright.
The voices. No, voice. One voice. Many times over. You don't catch much of it. You catch one word. Adjustment. Would you write that on one of your pieces of paper, please?
How do I spell that, please?
Agistment. But that's just the one legible word. You've got a few other words in there which you can repeat. You know you can repeat them and you know them, they just don't make sense.
Neat.
This, yeah, you could ponder on this later and try and decipher it, but maybe now's not the moment.
Yeah. Excellent.
Okay. So, how are we doing this?
So has Mazir gone over that wobbly bit?
Oh no, you're all
Okay.
standing at the start of it.
How, like, Mazia knows her own, like, body quite well. She knows how, you know, she's gone through small cracks and things. Like, how difficult does she think this is going to be? Like, is she worried?
Probably not.
Is she perhaps concerned for some of her companions?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I was about to say, is somebody more reasonable about these things?
Don't know what you mean. She'll turn back. You know, she is aware that not everyone enjoys being outside perhaps as much as she does. How are you looking back there?
I'm gripping. I'm not particularly afraid of heights, but this is like I'm gripping the side rails, like the side ropes, and just trying not to look down and just looking kind of at a fixed point, way past the end of the bridge. I'm fine. Keep moving, please, keep moving.
You can also see in front of Trenton a smile on Nimchek's face, but their red knuckles are white. the white against just one hand on the thing, trying to look nonchalant about it, but yeah, you can tell. It'll be fine. We can do this. We've done worse. I'm sure you've all done worse. People make this most days. I'm sure. It's fine.
Great. I suppose she might think to tie a rope to herself and Letty behind her. You know, just tie it sort of onto her belt perhaps and sort of throw it out to Letty. Seems like a sensible thing to do. She's not completely devoid of sense, particularly on things like this.
Rope. Who else needs the rope? As Letty says, she sort of belts it around her lovely sundress, which, despite the wind, is inexplicably staying completely flat.
Very nice.
Stop playing with rope and keep moving, please.
This is a safety thing. Do you want to be on the rope, Jane?
Safety first, not safety in the middle of the wobbly bridge, in the wind. Just, I don't need the rope. I'm fine. Just keep going, please.
All right.
I go along the bridge. I go along the wobbly bridge.
Okay. I'm just going to take a difficulty 1 speed for your balancing.
All right. This is probably a good thing that as I took a tier, I took a new skill. I took acrobatics. What timing!
Absolutely.
Mazia's probably like fairly bored. She probably doesn't necessarily like traveling as like a big caravan. It's like not her normal way of so she's fairly bored. Like it's not. So she's been practicing just like jumping from caravan to caravan if they're close enough. As a way to so that is an 11.
Lovely. How much rope is between you and Letty, just out of curiosity?
A sensible amount for someone who knows how to climb. As someone who doesn't know how to climb, I'm going to say 2 meters.
Okay, fair enough. Basically, in Numenera terms, like immediate, short, or long?
Short, I would think.
Okay, so like 1 movement away.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, you step out and yeah, I mean it's just a rope bridge. You've done rope bridges before.
This is fine.
Yeah.
This is fine.
And yeah, Letty, as Mazia kind of gets about a third of the way, the rope becomes taut. It's your turn.
I'm just gonna sort of take a step up off the ground and sort of like drift forwards.
Yeah, no need to roll for you. As both of you make your way across, the weight of only 1 person on this section of the bridge currently.
I'm being pulled like a balloon.
Yes, absolutely. Next up in the thing is Clegy.
So I'm tied to Philo.
Yep.
Are there any obvious like footing issues? Is there like bits missing of the bridge at any point? I know you said the structure underneath had gone, but is the actual bridgey bit okay?
As you looked at it, yeah, the bridgey bit seems fairly well maintained actually. The kind of synth ropes look kind of oiled, and the wooden slats look fairly solid. Yeah, no rotten ones, and you can see a few which are definitely newer, have been replaced recently.
Okay. I think I'm gonna like have Philo pretty much tied to me at like immediate distance, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there is I'm gonna use my 2 hands, obviously, but there is I'd almost wear him like a rucksack if I could. I don't know, quite remember how tall he is. That's the only issue.
As I remember it, he's somewhere around 4 feet.
Yeah, so I'm not that big or meaty. So yeah, so basically I'm just gonna have him very tight behind me going first, 2 hands.
I appreciate it. Yes.
Okay. And I step out
Okay.
onto the bridge.
Difficulty 1 speed check.
Okay. And it's an 8.
It's an 8. Yeah. Mazia by this time is probably only a short distance away from the other end where this section ends. As you step on and you can feel the shuffling and the movement, and the bridge starting to sway a little bit at the uneven movement of Philo behind you. But you seem to be doing pretty well. Next up is Nimchek. Nimchek looks back at Trenton. Are you sure you don't want a rope to make you feel safer?
Well, maybe.
Maybe. Yes. Yes.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I can
Just
do
because
that.
the
for
others
you.
are doing it, I don't want to feel, left out.
Oh no, make them feel like it is
I'm
a
fine,
normal
though.
thing to be doing.
I'm fine,
Yeah, no,
though.
I'm also fine.
Everything's okay.
It is for their
Everything's just
benefit,
fine.
of course. And
Tie
yeah,
around my waist twice, maybe
Yeah.
3 times.
Nimchek's doing the same.
And whether he likes it or not, it's at immediate distance. I'm before he'd even done that, I got close to him, and I was like ready to grab hold of him.
Absolutely.
Did it again? Yeah.
Okay. I would like your roll, please.
20.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I told you everything's fine.
So you actually make better time than Collegian and Philo are doing. You kind of catch up about halfway and kind of keeping your distance, like slowing down to keep your distance so you're not too close. But yeah, you're
It's a
actually better at
fast
this than you
shuffle.
thought.
It's a very
Yeah.
fast shuffle. I am keen to get off this.
Yes. Collegian, would you take 2 experience points, please, and give 1 to somebody else?
Yes. And I will give the other one. I think I'll give it to Mazia today, please.
Okay.
For her leadership at this moment.
Indeed.
It's rare to see.
it's true.
Philo's foot slips. And Philo, being this slick sea lion-esque thing, slips out under between the ropes and is now dangling like underneath the bridge. You're holding Philo up. You're holding him up. He's not fallen off the bridge, but he is dangling. And the things spinning below, the winged creatures, start to move up. We're going to go into some initiative.
Oh no!
Oh
Philo's dangling.
no! Oh no!
No, Philo.
Oh no!
You
I
can
got
see
a 4.
3 of these things. Was that a 4 I heard?
That was a 4 for Letty.
5 Trenton.
Oh, 19.
You are just sharp today.
She's on a bridge. This is
Yeah,
this
This
is
is
her
fine.
this is her thing.
Yeah.
She can do this.
Very good.
1.
Okay.
Oh no!
Okay.
If you're gonna get a 1 though, initiative is probably the best time
Yeah.
to get a 1.
Is it?
Glitchy's in the middle of the space, like, what's
But
up?
Philo's attached to me.
Oh yeah. It's unfortunate.
Okay. Mazia, you turn and you see, like, there is a short shot as Philo slips out and starts dangling. And you see these 3 yellow winged creatures start to fly up. What do you do? You're a long
This-
distance away currently.
Yes. Genuinely not sure if there's anything I can do. How close to the end are we? How close to the end of like the wobbly bit, not necessarily the
A
end
short
of the
distance.
bridge.
So yeah, one movement.
How far away are the sort of creature things?
They're a long distance away, but they're closing quickly. These, have spotted something they want to eat.
Excellent. I am then. I'm gonna get out my my whip, I suppose,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna try and like distract one of them, or like I've got my small little mirrored cube. I'm gonna light up my whip, and I'm gonna try and like use my cube to like make it look like perhaps there's something my end rather than the actual dangling person end.
I like it. Yeah, I'm going to take a roll for this.
Yep.
I think intellect or speed would be good. But yeah, trying to like something shiny, something flash.
I'll put some effort into this.
Okay.
And I'll use my intellect as I have an edge of 2 in that.
Okay.
That goes down. Right, and that's a 13.
A 13. Yeah, one of these creatures spinning around. You see the head cock, and as it spins around, it spins and locks on again, and starts to head in your direction. You've managed to get one of them to head towards you. That is good. I will tell you now. That is good. Because now it is these creatures. The one that's heading towards you can get to you and attack.
Oh, got it.
These things are made for this.
They're so fast.
Yeah. It's going for your shiny cube in your hand. I would like you to make a speed defense roll, hindered because you're on a swinging rope bridge.
Right. I would like to use steadfast, and I have absolute faith not only in my abilities but in the fact that I'm using light to do something. I am so confident that this will work, and so it negates you made it more difficult, and I say no, it's not more difficult.
Yeah,
it's fine.
absolutely.
I've got this. So I am trained in speed. I can only use that once per 10-hour recovery roll. Don't worry.
Okay.
Before you
to
work,
use it.
I am trained in speed defense, and that's a 19.
That's a 19. Very nice. Yeah. So absolutely. So this flashing object, you don't even need to throw the flashing thing off to distract it. You just kind of whip it out the way and hide it, and the thing swoops by you and wheels around, looking at you still, but you can see it trying to find the shiny. Collegiate, you rolled a 1,
Oh
Yeah.
no.
which means I get another free GM intrusion.
Ah.
Really? Even
Yeah.
for initiative?
Even for initiative.
I was wrong. It's a terrible time to roll.
As one of these goes for Philo. It goes for Philo. Doesn't hit. Philo manages to get out of the way. It does catch the rope and it pulls you down. You
crap.
slip and fall, and both of you now are dangling either side of a rope being held. So if this is the kind of upright thing, you're on two ends of a rope now hanging off the edge of the bridge.
We're you over it, effectively.
Yes. You're not very far off the bridge, but you're both off the bridge as the second Vulcan comes in for you. You're going to make speed defense, hindered 2 times.
I literally have nothing that will have that. Okay.
I'm sorry, you chose the one with the flippers and you rolled the worst to balance.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna put. Ooh. Dude, that'll be. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 lots of effort in, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it another one?
Another 1.
No!
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. What have you got in your pockets?
I have.
Suspect in a
2
moment the
ciphers,
answer will be nothing.
2 ciphers, 2 oddities, and then I've got my explorer's pack, which presumably I brought with me because it has the rope and stuff like that in.
Yeah, your ciphers and your oddities tumble out of the pocket. You can try and catch some. It'll be a hard roll, and you'll have to choose what you want to try and catch. Because you can only catch 2 things. You've only got the 2 hands.
Okay. I'm going to just try and catch one thing, and that would be the strength boost.
Okay, trying to use both hands to catch that one thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to call this a difficulty 3, I think.
What sort of type?
Speed, definitely speed.
Why didn't I take 4 extra points? All right, I'm going to put one thing of effort in as well.
Okay.
All right. It's an 8.
With one
It's
level
not enough,
effect,
is it?
it's just enough. So yes, you kind of dive after it, and the rope, you spin upside down, you catch it hanging upside down, and as you rotate, you see the thing that was coming at you straight at you. 3 might damage as its long beak kind of scratches against you.
Okay, I've got 2 armor. Does that have any
Yeah.
impact?
Reduces it to 1.
Okay.
So yeah, it scratches off your metallic body, leaving a fair scratch. But you get a good look at this thing, this kind of reptilian eye almost. Look almost pterodactyl-like. Not that your character would know that, but to put an image in your mind.
Yeah. Does it look similar to like the picture that he's seen before that Alia showed him?
Not dissimilar.
Yeah.
Trenton and Letty. Sorry, Cleege, you're up last. And Trenton, you also get to basically direct Nimchek, who's ahead of you on the bridge.
Okay. Let's see, do you want to go first?
Sure, can do. I think Letty's been slow to react because she's sort of been like, she's wearing the sundress. She obviously doesn't want to jump off in the sundress.
Mm-hmm.
She's like one foot to the other. She's like, and then just seen Cleege absolutely beef it on the. She's like, oh for God, still attached to. God, she's still attached to Rob.
Yeah, you are.
Exactly.
To Mazir. Yeah, she just sort of like leaps over the edge. And as she sort of like pulls down towards these things, you can sort of see she's wearing like leggings under the skirt, and then all the skirts of like a knife is in there, and like a few bags of things, a length of rope. Like you can just see all sorts of things hidden in her petticoats, as it were.
So yeah, as you dive off, you're still a short distance away, and tethered by the rope.
Yes, which is a long distance long, I guess.
Yeah. So like the jump is, you can do that for free because you're not actually moving much distance. So yeah.
Okay, but to get near the gang, it'd be me moving this round, I guess.
It would be moving this round, and you'd have to detach yourself, so that would be 2 actions. So that would have to be 2 separate rounds.
Okay, I'm happy to stay tethered.
Okay.
I'd rather not get detethered and then the wind catch me, and then I float off like a damn
Blow
fancy-
away.
Right. So if you stay tethered, you can't reach Collegiate.
Oh, okay.
What about the bird that's flying towards Rox, though? Surely, towards Mazir. Surely that would be in Letty's range.
No, because the distance between Mazir and Letty is a short distance. I asked the distance the rope was going
And
at.
not immediate.
Right, okay.
But okay, I'm confused. Okay, no, that's fine.
You and Philo were tied immediate. Nimtek
Yeah.
and Trenton were tied immediate. Mazir and Letty were tied short.
No, I thought that the bird was coming in was a long distance from Mazir, so therefore would be a short distance from
It was a
Letty.
long distance from Mazir, but it can move a long distance and attack.
Oh, okay.
This
fine.
is a special thing this thing can do.
Okay.
Okay,
Maybe
I think
bird.
she's just... What'd she do then?
Yeah, it's a difficult
I thought I
question. I'm not going to make it easy on you.
How many are they close together? I guess they're not close together if they can go a long distance.
The birds are kind of moving and they're going to start wheeling around, but at the moment they're probably a short distance from each other.
Okay. Our flash is immediate distance. So I think that's okay.
Only be able to catch one of them.
And I don't have an onslaught. I'm just gonna present myself as I'm gonna leap off and sort of present myself as an alternative target, basically.
Nice. Yeah.
And basically sort of like use the momentum of the rope to make herself sort of like go like in a swing to be more attractive to these birds as bait, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would that be a roll to try and get their attention?
I think so. Yeah. It'll be a little easier because you are dangling further down. You're moving quicker. You're looking like you're flailing. You're probably an easier target.
Okay.
But yeah, make that roll. Difficulty 2.
I'm trained in bluffing and misdirection, so I'm gonna make it difficulty 1. I think.
Difficulty 1, 3 or more.
That's a 9.
Nice. Yeah,
Cool.
the one that just winged Cleege starts wheeling around towards you. It felt that clang, didn't like that. Ooh, there's a squishy target. Kind of swoops towards you. Trenton and Nimchek.
Nimchak, grab something. Grab one of them. What's the distance between Nimchak and Fiji?
A short distance.
So again, he can't move and do
You
an
can't
action.
move and do an action. Your action is to move.
Okay, then both. Balls. No, that's okay. Both him and I will close up to Fiji,
Yeah,
getting ready to grab and haul.
cool. I'm going to take a speed check.
Okay.
Difficulty 1, as again, because you're trying to do this at some speed.
18. I'm rolling really well today.
Great.
This is great.
Absolutely. Yeah, and if you succeed that high, Nimchek doesn't need to roll. You both kind of move forward, keeping hold of the bridge the whole way.
Yeah, I figured that was better than actually trying to hit one of these things, given that there's how many of them are there? 3?
There's 3 of them, yeah.
Yeah, just like stabilize these our dudes first, and then work on killing the baddies.
Cleege, you are hearing swearing in a language you have never heard. This bubbling noise. Bubble language, indeed. It doesn't work so well in air, but he's giving it his best. What do you do as you're dangling? You're kind of hanging upside down. You can right yourself by pulling on the rope.
Okay. Am I... If I try and swing Philo up, is that possible that I can swing him up back onto the bridge?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though we're like opposite ends of a rope. I can't see how that works physically, that's all.
I think you could, swing. You'd probably have to like hold onto the bridge to do it. But yeah, you could get some momentum going, and then Philo could try and like. It would be difficult. I'm not saying it'd be easier, but it would be possible.
Of course. All right. If I want to use my cipher, is that an action in and of itself?
Yes. Yeah.
I want to get Philo safe first. That's the problem. All right. I'm gonna try and swing Philo back up onto the bridge.
Okay. Absolutely. I'm going to call this a difficulty 5 because Philo has flippers, not hands.
Oh.
I mean, can't do anything with that. Got nothing. Okay, literally nothing. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 effort in. This is might, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will put 2 effort into my might, and For God's sake, it's a 3.
3.
Can I use one of my XP and reroll, please?
You can.
Thank you. If I reroll, I don't have to pay the cost again, do I?
No.
11.
11. How many levels of effort did you put in?
2.
2
It's
levels
not
of
enough.
effort is enough. You needed
Oh.
9 or more. So
Okay.
yeah, it's awkward. You are hanging on with one hand. You stuff your strength thing back into a pocket, making sure it's secure, and you start swinging Philo, and you hear a small prayer at the top of each swing as Philo eventually swings up and over. The rope is now kind of tangled between the ropes, but Philo is on the bridge between Trenton and Nimchek.
Okay, that's good.
Work.
The rope is now tangled, however, and we have just hit 9:30, so I think this is a very good moment for us to take a break. We will be back in about 10 minutes as Kleegi still dangling off the edge. We will just leave you to contemplate your fate. We'll see you in 10 minutes. welcome back. When we left off, Kleegi was dangling. Just managed to swing up Philo, this skein, up to the top where Nimchek and Trenton were waiting, getting ready to pull up the next person, as these flapping yellow creatures underneath, circling. Two of them have been drawn off now by Mazir and Letty, but one of them is still close by. But first to act is Mazir.
Excellent. So I think, knowing that, like, I know how fast these things can move now. Like, I've seen this one zip, and seeing that Letty is, like, you know, dangling, partly floating, and not quite sure how much control she has. Can I try and send a sunburst at one of these creatures as it, like, zooms in to try, like, assuming that one of them will zoom in to, like, to get her? Can I send a sunburst at it, like, and try and time it as it zooms in?
Yeah, absolutely. When you say sunburst, is this like an ability, or are you doing
Yes,
the
this
tracking thing
is
again?
this is my dazzling sunburst. So I send a barrage of dazzling colours at it, and it sounds really pretty. But they're then hindered, their attacks, because they can't see too good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't think you need to make a roll for that, do you?
I think I do. Yes.
Okay then, make a roll for it.
Yeah, because it does 2 points of damage as well. So I think it's like
right,
it's like an attack. And can I put effort into this? Because I'd quite like this to hit.
Yeah, you can put effort into it.
I would like to put some effort in then. I will put I'll just put 1 point of effort in. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
And that's a 6, which says possibly not fine.
Is exactly what you needed.
Hey!
So yes, as this thing comes in at Letty, trying to go for an attack, Letty, make your speed defense roll, but it's easier by 1 level.
And yeah, the creature takes 2 points of damage.
2 points. Absolutely. And I presume... Actually, no, it doesn't matter. Never mind. Letty, make your speed defense.
That's a 6.
That's a 6, which is exactly what you needed, because it's hindered by the flash.
Nah.
Hey!
The flash, puts it off, and you see the eyes close and the head go down, and that just makes the wings angle slightly wrong, and it just underneath you. Mazir, make your speed defense, hindered by 1.
All right. I am trained in speed defense.
Oh yes.
But that's a 2.
That's a 2. Yeah, this thing comes at you from behind. You're too busy distracting the one from Letty, the one that wheeled around and gets you from behind, back of the head, 3 points of damage, might.
Ow.
As it scratches the back of your head with its talons. Tries to lift you, but doesn't get enough grip. Just rips a couple of, like, strands of hair out as it keeps going. Kleegi, you're still the other target. This one's wheeling around to come at you. Make a speed defense, hindered by 2.
I'm just going to go for it.
Okay.
I've
Got this.
not got this. 11.
11. No, unfortunately. But with your armor, though, it only does 1 damage. It's scratching again off your plated body. Trenton and Letty. So Trenton and Nimchek and Letty. You're up.
Well, I think what we're going to do is pretty simple. So, I'll just say that we're going to grab Kleegi, both of us 2 hands on 1 arm, and pull Kleegi up.
Absolutely. Make a might check. I'm going to call this diff 4, but down by 2 because you've got Nimchek. So diff 2.
Okay. So 6. I will put a level of effort in because I would be
absolutely
pulling, and it's a 3.
Exactly what you needed.
Oh, it is. It is. Oh, shit. Phew.
I'll be honest, a lot of these dramatic pauses aren't intentional because I'm doing the maths.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought you were just being cruel.
Nope, I just can't multiply by 3 very quickly. But yeah,
It's hard.
You haul Cleege up, but the rope is still tangled. You can't move onwards with Cleege and Philo.
Okay.
But yeah, Letty, you're up.
Cool. Are any of these getting into immediate range, or?
Yes, yeah, the one that came at you had to move to get to you, so it's there is a moment where it's in immediate range and you can take an attack.
Okay, cool. I think she's gonna whip out that knife. That red-handled knife that we've come to know and love.
Oh yes.
Wait, which red-handled knife? Because aren't there now 2 red-handled knives?
Oh yeah, there's a second one. No, her one that she's had all this time.
Nice.
I forgot about the other one being red-handled. That we found in the. Yeah, she's gonna take a vicious swipe at one of these.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of those where she's trying to let it. It's dazzled. She's trying to let it get in close, acting really like she's flailing about like a bait on the end of a hook, and then she just sort of jabs at it viciously once it's in close.
Ease by 1
So
level,
I'm
but
gonna-
it's still dazzled.
Cool. Could I say my misdirection helps with this?
No, I don't think so. I think the
Okay.
misdirection was to get it to come at you.
Cool.
But diff 2,
Yeah.
6 or more.
3.
3. No, unfortunately, the angle of the wings as it was dazzled pulled it just far out, and it's just out of reach, pulling against the rope. But yeah, no, don't manage to get a scratch on it. Cleege, you and Philo are on the bridge, currently kind of interlaced with Nimchek and Trenton, and the rope is tangled.
First of all, I'm going to apologise terribly to Philo. I'm so sorry.
Now is not the time for an apology. Go.
Just, you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I will be fine. I will be fine when we're on.
I think the best thing we can do is to cut ourselves free.
Oh, no. If you say so. If you say so.
You have a knife.
I've got a Verid, so
Sure.
I assume that will help.
Yeah. If you tell Philo to, Philo can take his turn and do it.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Philo.
Philo. Cut us free.
Reaches, takes a chef's knife, specially made for flippers, of course, and slices the rope. It pulls free. You are now untethered from each other, but not tied to the bridge.
Okay.
What do you do?
Okay, so actually, Cleege is going to get his strength injector cipher out and inject himself, if that's all right.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. This sorry.
Yeah, so it's now going to be a little like syringe gun thing. So he's just going to put it next to his normal skin as opposed to his chainmail skin, and inject it, and that will add 2 to my might edge for an hour.
Absolutely. So yes, stab that into your leg, and you feel it feels. It's not pleasant. It's a burning feeling that you feel radiate out from the point, and then a very cold feeling immediately after that. But you feel the muscles tighten and then relax. You feel good. Yeah, you got this. You got this.
Ready for action.
Back to the top, Mazia.
How far away am I from the next group of people behind me, which I think is Cleege and...
Still a long distance, 2 movements.
if I were to move slightly, if I were to move backwards closer to them,
Mhm.
could I then also throw them some throw Clegy some rope? If the rope was
No. Your action is your movement then.
okay. Well, I will move closer towards them then.
Absolutely.
Um,
I will say though, if they're going to take their movement to move, you will then be kind of in the same place. But if you stay where you are and throw the rope, they can move and catch up to the rope. Up to you.
then yeah, I'm aware that they are now back on the bridge, but no longer attached to the bridge, and I would like them to be somewhat attached to the bridge. So yeah, the fastest way of just giving them slightly more security. So if that's just sort of throwing the rope and having them try and catch it, I will do that.
Okay. So yeah. So what I was describing, you're throwing the rope and kind of leaving it on the bridge a short distance away from you,
Yes.
so that they can come and collect it.
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to need a roll for a rope throw. Speed roll. Shouldn't be too difficult, but you want to make sure you don't just immediately dangle it off the side.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Is thrown acrobatic? Is
I
the
don't
thrown
think so. No.
Yeah.
On these,
I'm
does
gonna-
it count as your move, your turn?
So yeah, this would be your action to do this.
Yes, I'm going to put a level effort in though, please.
Okay.
To make it slightly easier. And that's a 2. So I can't throw.
Yeah,
As it
you
turns out.
needed a 3.
Yeah.
And yeah, absolutely. You're throwing the rope, and it just
The
you
wind.
just got the angle wrong. The wind takes it off the side, and yeah, it dangles down. You reel it back in to try again, but yeah, not quickly enough as another thing comes up from behind you. Please make a speed defense
Speed
roll.
defense.
Yeah.
Still
Hindered by
trained
one.
in. I'm still trained in speed defense though.
So yeah, actually, it wouldn't be coming from behind you. It came from behind before. It's now coming directly at your face.
And I can see it now, and that's why it's a 17.
Absolutely. Duck over your head. Yeah. Easy stuff.
That's fine. We're fine.
Letty swings around at you. Speed defense.
Okay. 19.
You can get a minor effect if you wish. Something that kind of an asset or a hindrance to the creature. Something narrative.
I think narratively what happens is it comes towards her, she lifts her legs up and then sort of like hooks her feet around its neck and sort of like twists it off course.
Okay.
So I think it'll be at a hindrance for its next movement because it's a little confused as to which way up is.
Yeah,
She's sort of
absolutely.
like,
Yeah, it spins and like the wings lose lift a bit, and it actually falls for a bit before you see it come back up, balance itself again on its wings. I think this time it's going for Trenton, the third one. Clegy has proved to be too made of metal.
Hey. Very
I'm
good.
definitely more squishy.
Yeah. So Trenton, please, speed defense. Hindered by 1 because you're on the rope bridge.
7.
7. Unfortunately, the thing catches you. It doesn't knock you off, luckily, though. Yeah, it just scratches up there. 3 points of might damage. Yeah.
Would it have ripped my coat?
Oh.
It may have taken like a bit of a tear, maybe the seam.
I like that coat.
Yeah. Fixable though.
Okay, good. That's important.
So Trenton, Letty, Clegy, Nimchek, and Philo, you're all going at the same time. Not Letty. Yes, Letty at the same time. But we'll do Clegy, Trenton, Nimchek, and Philo first.
Okay. Why is the order changed?
Because it doesn't matter the order.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
on the bridge, you are Kliji, Nimchek, Philo,
Oh, I see.
Trent.
Yeah.
That's the order you're on the bridge.
Am I able to do what I said earlier? Am I able to basically scoop up Philo? But so he's like on my front, aren't I'm papoosing him
Yeah.
effectively. Scoop him up and move.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to take a might roll for that. But Nimchek kind of pushes out the way and helps Philo closer to you, because you are currently not tied, as we said earlier.
Oh,
Philo puts the knife away first, of course.
okay. So I was taking 2 effort and I rolled an 8.
Very nice. Yeah, it's good enough. You Philo up, making sure he's not above the sides of the bridge, and I guess you just move on.
Yes. Move.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little flippers in front of you.
Yeah, so with you and Philo's turn, we'll funge the actions and you catch Philo and move on. You are now a short distance away from everyone. Yeah, Trenton and Nimchek.
Does Nimchek have any weapons?
Nimchek doesn't. Nimchek
Okay.
doesn't carry weapons.
Okay. The thing that just attacked me, is it still within short distance?
Short distance, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to move, and I'm just going to change the port on my neck, and using the 2 plates that are on my wrists, just do a physical onslaught. Spend an intellect point to do that, and I think I still need to roll to hit.
Yep.
But if I do hit it, it gets 4 points. This is basically, you just see the air ripple with a blast of heat, and probably sound comes out as well. That's 15.
Yeah, absolutely. This, as you said, rippling air, blast of heat, and you see the thing as it's wheeling around. The density of the air changes, so you see it wobble, and you see its head twist, and then eyes again lock on you.
I'll teach you ripping my coat.
It's not a happy camper.
Can Nimchek take my dart throw? Because I do have a dart throw. Or if is him taking it the action?
I think that's enough. He can grab it and try and attack.
Okay. Then it is long range, but you'll probably go for the same one.
Yeah, I'll get you to roll for Nimchek. Hindered by 2 levels.
Okay. Can he put effort in?
No.
Okay. 16.
16.
Keeping this dice.
You needed a 15, and you got a 16. So yeah,
Great.
Nimchek, very worried, not looking happy with a weapon. Like,
just point and shoot. Point and shoot. It's coming right at us.
uncomfortable holding it, but very accurately, actually. Very, almost professionally. Takes a shot. This dart, again, flings out the elastic, flinging out. You see it spinning in the air and hits the side of this creature. How much damage?
2.
2 damage.
2 points. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, again, not a happy camper. Letty, dangling underneath, making you arc.
Were those 2 attacks both on the same creature?
Yeah, the one that just hit us. Hit me. Yeah.
Well, I would like to also bully this creature.
It is a long distance away from you.
I better check something. 1 sec. So I'm not sure of the... Hang on, I'm just checking a move because I don't have the distance of it written down. You can sort of hear in the distance, though, just sort of like just caught by the wind, like let's go, lightning hands.
You're starting to make your upswing now and kind of heading up to the bridge again. You might get yourself tangled if you're not careful.
Where is the move? Why isn't the move
what is
not
it?
coming up? I'm looking for push. It's I push a creature or object. You must be able to see the. I must be within short range. Never mind. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. Sorry.
You could, if you wanted, hold that until it kind of swoops in close.
I think I was gonna try and add to the instability by like sort of as
Right,
it's
I
sort of like
see.
struggling to stay on the heat. The heat waves sort of push it directly downwards and really confuse it.
Right,
But,
yeah. Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to do that. No.
No, yeah. I think she's gonna start floating her way back up to Mazia. Then, in that case, she's
Okay.
gonna sort of like arrest her trajectory, and sort of start floating back.
Yeah, absolutely. Easy enough to do. Rotating background, and you find yourself on the bridge next to Mazia. Okay, Mazia, it's your turn. Oh, bad timing.
I will
I have
be
something
right
to
back.
do.
Sorry, excuse
Oh.
me.
Okay, in that case, we'll do some Vulfin attacks, because we'll take Letty, and it's going to go for Philo, but you're gonna make the roll, Clegy. Speed hindered by 2. You're on the bridge, and you've got somebody you're defending.
So hold on, is it my speed roll or
It's
Philo's
your speed roll.
Okay, I can only afford to put one level of effort in. It's annoying.
I've just realized hover is its own move, so I think I wouldn't be able to move on my turn. So I might just have arrested my trajectory.
Okay, well, either way, the Vulfin has come round and is coming at you.
Yeah, yeah.
5.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does catch Philo. Philo
No!
takes
No,
a
Philo.
hit to the back.
No!
A yelp goes up, and swearing again in this bubble language. But he's doing all right. He's not. Yeah, no, he's taken a scratch to the back. Not happy about it, but yeah, doing all right. Letty, make your speed defense.
5.
5. No, you stopped yourself, meaning you're an easy target. Slicing past you, beak across your stomach. 3 points of damage, might damage. as it
That's
swings
reduced down to 2 because I've got sort of a field of gravitational energy around me.
Nice. So yeah, its trajectory is kind of altered at the last moment, and it only manages to get kind of a shallow scratch across you.
I keep forgetting how low my might pool is. I'm down to 5, but I've only been hit once.
It happens. Is how it works. Yeah, Trent and Letty and Clegy.
We're like right in the middle of the wobbly bit, aren't we?
Yeah, you are a long distance away. You are 3 movements away from the edge of the bridge, basically.
How many movements is Clegy? He's 2.
Cleegy's 2. Yeah,
Okay, Cleegy's just gonna keep running.
absolutely. Yeah, you catch up to Mazia, who's kind of dealing with this other Vulfin, whipping at it as it comes by. You push past, and you're just past Mazia.
Okay.
Near where the bridge is starting to solidify again. Yeah, Trenton and Letty.
Do you want to go?
I think I'll stay down here for a little bit.
Okay.
Unless you want me to, I could try and push you into safety with my mind powers.
Actually, given how well the last one went, the last barrage, we've probably taken a little bit of, camaraderie from this
Yeah.
and gone, right, let's scare these things off. And we're going to do exactly the same thing again.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm going to say. Nimchek. Amazing shot, Nimchek. Scare him off. Let's get him again. And I guess it's coming at us, in which case.
Yeah, so it's just taken a swipe at Philo, and so it's kind of coming diagonally across.
Okay, so it is within short range.
Yeah.
Then, yeah. In that case, we're going to do exactly the same thing again. Onslaught plus dart throw.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Nimchek this time doesn't have any disadvantages.
okay, great. He's got his scyther in. I will put a level of effort into this.
Absolutely.
So that is, and I only rolled a 5 though.
Only roll a 5, but wait, level of effort. What weapon are you using? It's not.
It's
not a
my
light weapon.
onslaught. Yeah.
Yeah, no. The wave goes across, and you see the bridge in front of you. Kind of, the ropes tighten, but
Shit.
the thing manages to dodge out of the way. Give me a roll for Nimchek. It's actually eased by 1 level because this is a light weapon, correct?
Yeah, it is a light weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he gets 17.
17. Yeah, Nimchek nails this thing.
He is good.
And it goes down,
Nice.
plummeting down, falling, dead.
Amazing. Nice work.
Nimchek looks back at you when you compliment him, just like angry.
Well, time to go.
Time to go. Okay, Mazia.
Sorry about
round,
that.
No worries. Last round you were just fighting off this one with your whip. Kliji has come with Philo and just passed you, so you're in immediate distance of Kliji and Philo.
Excellent. In which case, if it's off the bridge time, seeing that they're probably like the most vulnerable, as they're not tied to the bridge, and Kliji is clutching poor Philo, she will stand behind them and try and whip anything that comes close to them.
Yeah, absolutely. This Volfan that's swinging around in front of you, if you hold off, kind of hold your attack, it's going next, so it's going to come at you. So yeah, make that attack as it comes towards you.
Excellent. And I will put in some effort.
Absolutely.
Is it speed or might for?
Is it a light weapon?
I believe the whip is, yes.
Then it can be speed or might.
Speed it is then. Excellent. 19!
19, yeah. So you could choose to have either 3 points of damage or a minor effect.
I will take what sort of like are they made of? Like are they biological or are they non-biological?
Yeah, they're biological. They look kind of reptilian bird-like. They've kind of somewhere in the middle of scales and feathers.
Then yeah, as I've still got my sort of like my things, my whip is still lit up. As I like strike out of it, I get a little spark that just sort of like pops out, and it singes one of the like the tail, the wing feathers, and again it just sort of like jars it a little bit. It's not used to having this, it's distorted. It's like flight pattern, and so it's just it's going to be slightly off kilter, and I'll hinder it for anything it tries to do next turn.
Absolutely. So yes, indeed, you whip the whip out in front of you and catch it just before it gets at you. So it's a slightly easier speed defense.
Excellent. I'm trained in speed defense.
Well, isn't that good?
And that's a 16.
Yeah, easy. You whip the tip of the wing and it just spins it off and it banks out, trying to avoid any more damage, as it's going to come at you from below next time. The one below is going for Letty still. You didn't take a turn last round.
I did. I stopped swinging.
That was the round before. Because you were going to do the move, but then instead you stopped swinging.
That was my move.
Yes, but that was the round before. We did a round where you didn't do anything.
Yeah, because when we did the shooting, you said I'm just going to hang out here for a bit.
Yeah, because we didn't have Mazir at the top of the round.
You're right.
It felt, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, sorry, I threw things off a bit there.
That's alright.
No, that's okay. Oh, and in that case, I think she's gonna try and I'm assuming there's one coming towards her.
Oh yeah.
Like that. So she's gonna sort of like stop in midair, and she's gonna try and scare it off a little bit, because she's gonna sort of reach out her hand and she's gonna try and push it directly backwards, as if suddenly down is behind it.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've got 2 edge, so that doesn't cost me anything to do anymore.
Very nice.
Yeah, I can push it an immediate distance in any direction I wish.
Yeah, difficulty 3.
Cool. 18.
18. Yeah, so this thing completely just falls backwards, reorients itself, starts flapping, only it's now facing basically vertically down, its head going mad, until it kind of gets out of the area of localized gravity, falls again, reorients itself. It's having a lot of trouble. In fact, I think that means it's not going to be able to get to you for this attack.
Yes.
So yeah, no, it's going to try and get close to you, but it isn't close enough to attack. Lucky you. Trenton and Clegy and Letty again.
We're just running now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Just heading off the bridge.
Yeah.
I think at this point, I'm just going to take a couple of rolls from Trenton and Clegy to make sure you can get off the bridge as Mazir and Letty are still fighting off these things. Speed roll, difficulty 1.
12.
12.
Sense
You
of
can do it.
doom.
You can
Sense of
do
doom. It's a 9.
It's a 9. You run and get on the solid bit of bridge, managing to get there before these things swoop at you, with Letty pushing these away, kind of distracting them, and Mazir flashing lights to dazzle them. They eventually fly off to regroup, having lost one of their number. And you find yourselves, all of you, eventually breathing heavy on top of one of these spines holding up this section of bridge. Solid ground, at least for a bit.
Fun, wasn't it? Oh. Good.
I'm
Everyone
so
good?
sorry. I'm so sorry, Philo. I should never. You were right. I should not agree with you. I just thought you'd be so useful in the city, and now look what I've done. And
No.
I can't even put you back.
You do not apologize for doing what you do. You saved me. It is what you did. You saved me.
Well, I think I put you in more danger than you probably warranted.
You have given me a story, but I would like to live to tell this story, so shall we?
And Nimchek and Trenton and all of you, just marvelous. Just you're all marvelous. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Nimchek pushes the dart thrower back at you, Trenton. Thank you.
Thank you, Ninjak. I'm sorry if that was uncomfortable. It was.
It was needed, so I did. It was needed, so I did.
Okay.
We should go.
Okay. We won't talk.
Can I take a moment to do some recovery, please?
Yeah, action recovery, easy enough to do.
6 points.
I'm assuming you don't want to spend 10 minutes on this bridge to recover.
15. Not keen.
Okay.
We have to come back across the
Yes, you do.
Can't wait. That was great fun.
Why did you say it like that, Ed?
I don't know.
Oh man. That was rough.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Well, what's the game?
Look at my
without a bit of
coat,
danger?
Zia. Look at my coat. I love this coat.
Oh,
good with the
she,
needle
she
and
actually does
thread.
look really upset about your coat.
Favorite coat.
That's a nice coat.
If you want
We'll
me to
fix
take
it.
a
We'll
look at it
find someone to
later,
fix it.
I'm pretty good with the needle and thread. I'm mostly pockets, really, but I can take a look at it.
You could put a pocket here. I wouldn't be against that. You can never have too many pockets, right, Zia?
Agreed. And you just see her like hands in her pockets, like flapping, like her trousers have got like 6 pockets. Her belt's got about 1,000. She's probably got like a couple of like secret pockets in the cloak that she's wearing.
I like how we're a very pockets-oriented party.
Yeah.
It's important.
Pockets are important.
Can Cleege somehow? I mean, I know I said I papoosed him. Can we actually just tie ourselves together, me and?
Yeah. You've
Feeler.
you've got the 2 half lengths of rope. It's easy enough to tie it up, and Philo is very securely attached to you.
Okay.
Oh.
Is he happy about that? Is he quite comfortable?
I wouldn't say happy is his state of mind at the moment.
Okay.
That's
Um,
fair.
He's definitely feeling safer for it.
Okay, good. Yeah,
Um,
it's a great image.
yeah. So yes, you keep on the bridge. Much the same as the first half. Solid rope bridges, short bursts of little wobbly, but not too difficult to traverse. Cleege, you feel something trying to get in.
Okay.
You can either try to repel it or accept it.
He's gonna probably accept it.
Okay. The one word you get is rejoice. Rejoice is the first word, and this is quite a long one. There's quite a few bits after it. You see, the same way that Mazia's eyes glaze, the rest of you catch Cleege's kind of eyes just distant for a second and return.
Huh.
And on you
Very.
go.
Right there, boss.
Yeah. Strange. Let's just keep going.
A little while later, about maybe 300 or 400 meters away from land, Nimchek. Nimchek's eyes glaze for a second and returns. I will try and work this out later. Onwards. And so, onwards you go. The rest of the bridge, easy.
Oh no.
And the large white, bony-looking structure ahead is quite a bit larger up close. It is several stories tall, dominating this end of the bridge and this landscape. As you see this kind of layered bridge ahead of you, you can see a few people actually at the end of the bridge. Sun is beginning to set. It's starting to be evening, but a what's the word? Contingent of people in uniform stand at the edge of the bridge, plus a couple of stalls with food grilling, the smell wafting over the gorge. And as you step off the bridge onto dry land, solid, not swaying, you're greeted with a smile and a bit of food just handed to you. It's a long journey. You should eat.
Thank you. It's been terrible.
It is not an easy journey.
The people that gave us food, do they have like an insignia on their uniforms or anything? Or
No, the people giving food just seem like stall people.
okay.
They were just watching. They saw the whole thing go down.
Okay.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, the guards look at you and kind of there's a nod. There's an acknowledgement of a job well done there.
I want to sit on a rock and just like pat it a little bit. Just be like, solid ground, munching on my bit of food.
Absolutely.
Letty's going to ignore the guards. Sorry, Letty's going to ignore the guards with the studied habit of someone who habitually ignores guards because they suck.
Absolutely.
It's a skill.
Philo, here, let me release you. I am so sorry to put you through that.
No.
Just take your time, do what you need to. Anything you need.
I wish to cook. I will sort some lodgings for us. That will be my job. I can do that.
That would be
I will
wonderful.
try and send someone to find you and tell you where. But yes, I think I need to. I think I need to walk.
Yeah.
And Philo heads off into the town.
Is the town quite close? We're pretty much.
Yes, so this is right at the edge. It's a couple of kind of layers almost on this slightly bulging top of plateau. Kind of a few concentric rings of not walls but dividers, and yeah, fairly solid buildings made of kind of a wattle and daub style thing, baked solid in the sun, and tiled roofs.
What time of day are we at now?
Evening. The sun is setting.
Are there people about, or are they going home? Is there market still, or?
There's people about. Yeah, there's probably not a market as such, but there are definitely people milling about. Mostly kind of in the center. But yeah, it's definitely not a market town, this.
Cleege, do you think we should find the Oscillorian family in the morning and try and find some lodgings for the evening?
Well, Philo's sorting out lodgings for us. He'll be cooking up a storm, I have no doubt.
Okay.
So I don't think we need to worry about that. Maybe it would be good to try and drum up some business. I don't know whether we go for the people here, or maybe we should try and find a local drinking spot and get a drink for us and then maybe talk to people.
Calm our nerves a little bit.
Yeah.
Mazia looks a bit confused. Like, it wasn't like we have definitely thought worse. Like, she is confused as to why people are like really shaken about this. Like, we were fine. Like,
two of us nearly plummeted off a cliff. I ripped my coat. We had to kill one of these beasties, and yeah, they were swooping at. Did you see their beaks? The beaks this big.
Oh yeah.
vicious,
Yeah,
vicious
I saw him up
animals.
close. Look, take a look, take a look. And she points at like there's probably like a big old
And the wind and the bridge was like, oh, and who? I need to drink. Just a small one.
I've heard this thing called vertigo affects people sometimes.
It's
I've
not
never had it
vertigo. I'm
myself,
not
but
afraid of heights. I'm afraid of things with beaks knocking me off those heights.
That conversation has got to Cleege a bit. So Cleege's just wandered off in the direction of a guard to ask for directions to the local watering hole.
Yes, you swiftly get pointed there and get told to mention Officer Janira's name and get around on her because she was watching you, and you put on quite a good show. So yes, you head off in that direction, and we find the interior of this slightly larger building, benches, a tap. There is an ale they drink here. Not much else. Seems that they're pretty cut off from everything, really. They just seem to have one drink and water. But yeah, it's not heaving, but there's plenty of people in here. A few of them kind of eye you as you walk in, and strangers. But most people seem quite happy to let you be.
I'm obviously going to go up to the barkeep and first of all order one round of drinks on Officer Genere, and then a quick, swift second round of drinks on me.
Okay, yeah. Shin for the round.
Indeed. And just sort of try and do a bit of chatting to the barkeep, mainly trying to find out a little bit about, what people get up to at this sort of time of the evening, have a sort of a chat about, I guess, what sort of supplies do you get? How do you get your supplies usually? That sort of conversation.
Well, usually we take the we have farmers, and we take the path down the outside of the mesa. It is more, well, I wouldn't say more difficult. It is differently difficult. But the farmers go down there, and we have some white doors which have some lovely farmland behind them. So we grow our wheat. We have our bread. We graze our animals. Mostly the doors support us.
The doors are open over here.
Well, some of them are. Occasionally, a key will implant itself, and occasionally it will get sold to us, so we can use the area.
Oh, wow.
I'll be perfectly honest. I don't know the details. I sit up here and I sell drinks.
Of course. Do you have any sort of, anybody in the town who specializes in these keys, or do you have like a library or an institution that investigates them? What happens?
In a way, we have the glaive. The glaive are well, they collect whispers. They like to hold them, have them, know them. I'm not entirely sure what they do with them. I'll be honest, but they will share the ones that are useful to the town as a whole. But they hold them. Looks you up and down. Did you hear something on the way over?
Honestly, I was terrified. I don't know what I heard. Just, it would be good to talk to somebody who has more of an understanding of this. Would you be able to recommend anyone?
I would try talking to the glaive. Yes, they would be the people. I'm not entirely sure how much you will get out of them, but you might be able to glean something.
Where might I find them?
The meeting house, the large outfit is 3 doors down there. Yeah, you might have a look there.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you for the
Oh,
drinks.
a little bit of free advice.
Ah.
If you do have a whisper, don't mention it to, well, people on the edge of town. The Catholics, they don't like outsiders hearing whispers. Just
Okay.
sell it to the glaive or keep it, whatever.
Okay, thank you.
Catholics.
Catholics.
I'm going to carry the large 2 rounds of drinks back to my companions, who I assume have found a seat.
Yeah, easy enough.
I'm sure Terenton has, if nobody else has.
Clinging to it.
It's interesting. There's this group of glaives that take interest in hearing the secrets.
Not glaive, clave. C-L-A-V.
Oh, clave.
Yeah.
Oh, apologies.
Sorry, Indian flavoured accent does that.
Yes, they seem to take the secrets, and the ones that are useful to town they will share. I don't know what they do with the others. Anyway, they meet in the meeting house. I think it might be useful for us to talk to them. But the barkeep did say that if any of us had heard anything, that we probably should either keep it to ourselves, maybe sell it to the glaive, but definitely not tell the people on the edge of town.
Look
It
around.
seems a pretty shady bunch, to be fair. That hermit on the bridge path.
There was a hermit?
There was a hermit?
The guy with the bridge control, whatever he was pressing the button on.
Yeah, he did say something to me. But there was a bridge.
That's what I like about you, Mazia. Very single-minded.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
Very much intended.
But and I'll look around to see if anyone's listening. Did anyone hear anything?
Nope.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh.
Did you not? I assumed that everyone had heard.
No. What did you hear? Shh.
Can I remember it, Ed?
You can recall it perfectly.
Oh no! Don't. You can't tell me, can you? Because if you tell me, aren't you giving it to me? So don't tell me. I can't remember how it works. Don't tell me. But you did hear something. Anybody else?
I think I did
I
anyway.
mean, you can tell me if you want, but I don't think you should.
Cleety has finished the first drink and is a good halfway through the second drink. I don't know. It's just like the Philo was there, and we just come off the bridge, and I heard something, and it didn't make any sense. But I don't know if it might just have been my mind. I was so worried about Philo. I mean, I made him come, and then he fell off the bridge.
He's okay.
Got attacked, and oh my God, what have I done?
Mazia is looking at Cleege. She has never seen him like this, you know. She has been, up till now, she's probably been relying on Cleege to be the sensible one, the sane one, the one who has a plan and knows what we should all be doing, because Mazia definitely doesn't. And this is not the Cleege that I think Mazia is used to seeing, and she's possibly she's not really sure how to interact with him like this.
As Mazia said, everyone's okay, and everyone got through it. You don't need to worry. Philo's fine. You did a good job looking after him, so you don't need to worry.
But we either have to cross the bridge again,
let's not think about that right now.
Or we have to take another path, which sounds possibly equally more so treacherous and like Philo.
We'll deal with that tomorrow.
I've been thinking about the journey back. I've got something that might help our Philo, and she's sort of rustles amongst that summer dress, sort of pulls up her control blinking nodule, and she's like, next time, if you give this to him beforehand, he might be able to use it to teleport back onto the bridge. I don't know if that'll help your confidence there, boss, but I'd be willing to part with this if means the safety of our little six-flipper friend.
Okay, Cleege is pretty much in tears, and he's just drinking now, just ignoring you, not talking, just drinking.
Oh, jeez. Ah, boy.
Yeah, Nimchek, by the way, is sat at the table drinking the water he asked for, just kind of eyes up in the middle distance.
I don't know what to say to Nimchek because I don't really do people, and I know he's upset, but I have no idea what to say or what to do. And I feel a bit awkward, but I don't quite get it. So yeah, I'm just going to concentrate on trying to comfort Fiji, I suppose. Not comfort, but just rationalize it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Mazira is much happier talking to Nimchek than she is to Cleege at the moment.
Okay.
So she'll sort of turn to Nimchek. You've been here before or heard about it?
I have only... No, wrong accent. Nimchek is vaguely Spanish. It's always vaguely. That's how close I can get vague. I've actually
Doesn't
lost
matter.
it. I've fucking lost it.
Maybe Mazira doesn't. She doesn't talk
No,
to.
she
doesn't
does.
talk to
She does. She does. He just might talk in a dodgy accent. Yes, I have heard of the place before. I traded for some information in Nauru, and I heard, what I told you. You know, the whispers, the passing, the selling. Did not hear about the bridge.
But forgetting about the bridge for the moment, if you can, what do you think of the city? Is it what you thought? Did you hear anything on the bridge?
Yes, I heard something. I'm trying to puzzle it out, to figure out what it means, if it means anything to me, or if it is just a whisper I can sell, you know. I don't want to part with it without knowing what it is. But I am not, my head is not fast today, so I will probably have better luck tomorrow when I can rearrange things.
She's just gonna like lean in closer and she says, "My head's never fast."
I don't know. On the bridge, your head was fast. You were distracting them, getting them away from us. So we only had to deal with one at a time. So your head is fast in a useful way at times. It is a useful head to be in at times. Yes, the strength was not as useful as I thought it was going to be.
Well, next time it probably will be. You know, that's how it goes.
Maybe
But,
I might keep the speed, but leave the might. I might need some thinking to be doing.
Indeed. But the city, do you like it? Is it what you thought it would be?
Nimchek kind of looks around at the eyes that are turning to Nimchek and then coming back to their drinks. It is much the same as many other places. It is, I don't know. We'll see if it is useful when we send some people back. In fact, let's make something useful out of it. Stands up on the table and just shouts to the room at large. There are traders on the other side of the bridge. If you want to go and buy things from them, please make our trip worth it. And thumps back down. Okay, now I feel like I have done my job.
Mizia will smile at him and she says, "You've done more than enough." And she'll chink the little glass and take a sip.
Yeah.
And then probably pull a face because this is not great.
No, it's not wonderful. It's kind of a homebrew.
Yeah.
I feel like Letty also goes to take a sip and realizes that half her drink has been drunk by Clegie at this point.
Too slow.
Clegie, having seen Nimchek get up on the table and do the speech, sort of puts the rest of Letty's drink down, and just sort of takes a moment and goes, yes, and then sort of stands up, sways slightly because he's not a big drinker.
Steady. Hands are steady.
And just in his most charming effects, goes, "Oh, indeed, one and all, we, the Merrion Trading Company, invite you to come and look at our wares. We have so many oddities you would not believe. So many special things. Do you need to record a voice? We may be able to help you. Come, cross the bridge. Come to the Merrion Trading Company. We're here for the next day." And then sort of sits back down again.
Yeah, give me a roll. See how well that goes down.
Ooh.
Nimchek's
Okay.
was ineffective, but he tried.
I guess, obviously, I'm trained in social action.
Yep.
Is it a pleasant social interaction? Because I'm specialised
I
there.
think so. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Oh, and I completely missed the thread. It's an 11.
An 11. So yeah, the pub goes quiet to listen to you, and as you sit back down, the conversation picks up again, and you hear a couple of people, like, you hear the name Merrion banded around it, and you hear a couple of people resolve to make the trip.
Nice work.
More fools them, but anyway.
Yeah.
I'll mention that.
The guard at the mouth of the bridge did mention it was a particularly windy day today. It was just a bad day for it.
Clegie's that sort of gets him back in, like, okay, work
Focused.
mode.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So do you think we should go
Round
to the
up
meeting
steel.
house tonight?
yes, I think we should, don't you? I mean, I've literally
Well-
no idea what's going on. Let's find out.
To be fair, what else are we going to do currently? I don't think we're going to sell anything today. Probably tomorrow would be a better time to do it. But so yeah, why don't we go and see the clave?
And let's give Philo a couple of hours to,
Yeah.
cook his heart out.
Okay. So yes, as you head off to the clave, leaving the pub behind you, the streets are kind of fairly empty by this point. Most people have either gone home or into the pub. And the clave itself, this large domed building, the lights inside, the candles are dim. There is no light inside. But this kind of stone domed building, different material from everything else around it, has an open archway as a door instead of an actual door.
So it's like a rotunda.
Yes.
Good word.
Thank you.
Pulled that out. You just pulled that out like it was nothing.
Sorry.
How often do you get
was
to use
incredible.
that? I love
Damn.
this rotunda.
I was just trying to make it like sense of it in my head, that's all.
No,
Is there anything stopping us walking in?
no, absolutely not.
Let's go for it.
We walk in. Ha ha.
Easy enough to
Good
do.
plan.
Or alternatively, we could spend an hour and a half discussing a complicated plan in which we slowly and stealthily sneak in.
The candles are out. And as you step into kind of the main area, you can see that it is well and truly empty. There's kind of a few pews, kind of, and an altar at the top, but it doesn't look like religious as much as educational. You see a few markings around all of you that make you think of Eon priests. Eon priests in the Steadfast are part of the Amber Papacy. The Amber Pope is kind of the supreme leader, religious figure in the Steadfast. And Eon priests work for the Amber Pope, whoever that is at the time. In the Beyond, Eon priests often find a village, a town, and try and steer it to their uses. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's a little dodgy, but Eon priests are usually the concentration of power in a place.
But they still work for the Amber Papacy. Even
Some
out
do,
here.
some don't. Eon priest out here just means kind of someone who is skilled with Numenera and who has taken on kind of a leadership role.
Okay. Mizia, you're not able to make it a little brighter in here, are you?
I will make it a little brighter in here.
Easy enough to do. And as you light up, you see the doors at the back of the room, the flat wall at the back of the room, to the other half of this circular building.
What does the altar have on? Like, I want to have a quick look and see.
Yeah, more of a lectern and a desk than an altar, but on it is just a few maps of the area with things marked on the mesas, presumably, and actually you start to match them up. Yeah, the doors. The doors are all marked on this map, and a few of them have circles around them. One of them is coloured red.
Interesting. Which one would that be in relation to where we are? Our side of it or the other side of it?
Other side, so you would pass it as you leave this area.
Okay. I'll note that.
Okay. But it looks like nobody's in tonight. You'll have to deal with it in the morning. So I'm going to, because it is 5-2, push us to the lodgings that Philo has found. There's a fire crackling by the time you're there. It is warm inside. It is smelling good inside. Philo had a pack of food, of course, to feed you all, and has managed to source a couple of things locally to make like a wheat, ground it into flour, made bread. He's
oh my God,
too good at this.
So much.
Wood smoke, freshly baked bread.
Yeah. And you sit down for an evening meal and start to ponder over the words in your head. My question is, would you like to try and decipher these now or later?
Now?
Okay, fair enough.
I'm
Now remind me, what word did you understand?
Adjustment.
Adjustment. Yes. This is a difficulty 7 intellect roll to pass this out.
Wow.
Interesting. Unlikely then that I'll be able to solve that. Can I?
Is anybody able to help with this, or is this something
do
she
you want
needs
to
to do
talk
with
it out?
herself?
Or do you want to talk it out with Letty? Or?
As I understand as the words pass, they leave your head. So
Okay, yeah.
It'd be difficult.
Uh,
But some people do find some things easier than others if they have relevance to it or something. I'm not entirely sure.
Can I put some can I spend can I try and words have left my head.
You can
I'm
put
trying
some
to make
effort into it.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying
Yes.
to do. I will put two lots of effort in then.
Absolutely. Down to difficulty 5.
And I'm assuming that none of my skills make a difference, and if they have, you've already taken that into account.
I don't keep track of your skills. You tell me if any skills would be useful.
Sense danger?
No, I don't think so on this one.
Visual perception, if I'm spending quite a lot of time, looking at the doors, if I've picked anything up there.
I don't think so.
No.
What's your background? Have you always been an explorer? What did your parents do?
So my parents, they were probably one of them, they probably was like a shopkeeper and like basically like a shopkeeper and his wife essentially, but like sort of an assistant, sort of did the odd jobs around the shop that wasn't, but I was not sold, but kind of given over with the promise of money.
It was an apprenticeship.
Kind of, yeah. We'll say it was an apprenticeship.
It was sold as an apprenticeship.
Yeah, to the guild at quite a young age, and that is sort of most of my knowledge has been within my own religious community.
Yeah, so I don't think you would get anything for this.
Okay, well,
15 or more.
Fine.
You can do it.
I can do it. I got a 17.
Nice.
The words resolve in your head. Adjustment is a key. As well as just the words, you understand these words. You know the implications, the weight behind them that aren't passed with just the vibrations in the air. This is a door. It's a door, a white door. It's a key. It's a key to one of the white doors in the mesa. This is worth a lot of money. If you can find the right buyer. Might be worth more if you go there first. Who knows?
Do I have any idea as to which door?
You know exactly which door when you lay eyes on it. You know what it looks like. You have the picture of the door in your head. You have the particular patterns and walls on the door. But you will have to try and find it.
Okay, from going back to my knowledge of that, I was spending quite a lot of time looking at the doors because I was very interested in them on the way up. If I think I have got a skill in, I'm trained in visual perception, can I try and recall if I've already seen my door?
No need to roll. You have not seen your door yet.
Not seen my door. Good. Hopefully that means that we are then walking to my door. Excellent. Anything else that I should know? Think I should know?
No. Other than when you pass this on, you pass on just the words.
So they'll have to try and understand. If I pass it on, they'll have to try and understand it as well.
Yes.
Okay.
You can give them assets on that because you now understand it.
Yeah.
But they will have to, try and crack it themselves. And this is to be put on your index card so it can be destroyed if you get rid of it. Good stuff. Cleedy, do you want to try and crack yours?
Yes, I do.
It is difficulty 7 still.
Yep.
But this one, I rolled on a table. You get 2 assets on this because of your background.
Ooh. How does it know?
How does it know?
Which bit of my background is it? Does that mean you want me to share?
I know which bit of your background is.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, no, you find bits of this puzzle easier.
Okay.
You don't quite understand why. You might at the end, but not yet.
Yeah. All right. So I've got 2 assets.
Mhm.
If I put into effort,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 9 or more.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Come on, dice. It's a 5, but may I do some late inspiration?
You may.
So that gives me the same, but gives me an extra asset. Am I allowed an extra asset if I've already got 2?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Because there is
So-
something in that pattern that's familiar. It's a story. It's like the rhythm of a story you've been told.
12.
Rejoice in the giant's presence unless you are the scion of a thief. I will send that over Discord as well. The weight behind this is the weight of a story and of a tradition. You're a Jack. The story of why you're called Jacks is of Jack, the original, stealing from a giant. Stealing skills, stealing things, stealing... The story changes depending on who's telling it, but everyone agrees that Jacks are devious, clever, smart, can get one over on most people, including the giant. What this is telling you is to be careful if you meet the giant. What this is telling you is the giant is real.
Which presumably means the bounty that the giant gives is real as well. Interesting.
Would somebody roll for Nimcheck for me?
I could do it.
Yeah, you've been rolling for Nimcheck all day.
Yeah. 17.
17, blimey. Yeah, Nimcheck, head down, thinking. Eyes go wide. Who would be sat closest to Nimcheck?
Not me, because he's really awkward. I'm really awkward around him right now.
I might be. You know, we had a nice moment earlier, and I'm, as long as I'm not sitting next to Cleege, it's fine. Cleege's freaking me out, and I don't like it.
Okay.
Letty's probably sat between Cleege and Mazia, and Letty's probably like, they're both meditating or something. What's happening? Why are they ignoring each other?
You hear Nimcheck say this out loud. The syllables, again, don't make sense, but you catch one word. Only Mazia remembers this after it's said, because Mazia is the closest. The one word...
Let me get another piece of paper.
Sorry.
There you go.
The one word is futile. And that is where we're going to end for tonight.
No. No!
Aren't we so much to find out?
But yes,
Awesome.
Next week we will join you back in the cabin, probably in the morning, as you set about Rashid. Maybe making use of these whispers, maybe not. Who knows? But that is all for us tonight.
That was great.
Was that fun?
So
That was
good.
great. I
That was
was
a great time.
slightly terrified of
Spooky.
that bridge.
Good. I'm glad the thing that's been banging around in my head for over a year now has finally got out.
That was really, really good. I loved it. Cool. Thanks.
Yes, that is us done for tonight. So, if you enjoyed our particular brand of chaos, come and join us in the Discord. There's a few games recruiting worth joining in. All the GMs are very good. I can't remember exactly what the games are, but come play with us. Tomorrow is Blades in the Dark, and from what I understand, they're hurtling towards conclusions. Maybe not a conclusion, maybe not the conclusion, but conclusions. Lives, mysteries, who knows? But that's tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time. Friday is the usual Benefactor game, 8 p.m. And then Sunday, I always feel weird advertising a Sunday because it's a Monday, but it's Lancer, where the viewers can join in as well. I think that's everything, unless I'm forgetting something. People will remind me.
Just a raid?
Yes, we should raid. I'm going to try and find the button. I'm going to try and do it myself.
What they said. You're a strong, confident GM.
I'm going to say goodbye now and raid while we're off stream, so you don't get to watch me pressing a load of buttons
in real time.
But thanks for joining us.
I was going to say we also have a YouTube channel if you want to catch up on any of this, anything that you've missed.
Sure.
Yes. Please, yeah. I've been working on the thumbnails. I just forgot this week. But yeah, everything on here goes on the YouTube channel. So if you miss something, we got loads of stuff. But that being said, I think it is actually time to say goodbye. I will stop waffling. I will let you all go. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.